So the chief has authorized a little bit of change in how our hose lays are configured and the lengths. What we're trying to do is provide options for any firefighter, call, full-time, doesn't matter, on the department to be able to decide what line we're going to pull based upon the length and distance we have to the house, front door, rear door, second floor, etc. So with that being said, on engine 3, which is going to be our first in engine, the bumper line, or also known as a trash line, is 100 feet. That's obviously in the front on the bumper. Then what we're going to have over here on our cross lays is the top is going to be a 150-foot line. The bottom of the cross lays is going to be a 200-foot line. And these are all configured, these two are going to be configured exactly the same way, with 2 loops in each line. The purpose of the loops is twofold. One is to make sure that when this line is pulled, that the bed is going to be cleared of all of the hose, although the driver should always check. He's going to be right there at mid-mount to be able to check to make sure, but for the most part, the one loop is to clear the bed. The other loop that you're going to have when you reach your destination is going to represent that you have 50 feet of hose plus the nozzle to make entry to any door. That's the goal here, and that's the way these are set up. Now, loading the hose, I'm more than willing to show you on my shift, and Bill and anybody else that's already shown how to load this hose correctly, because there's a specific way. But what we want to show you is how these are set up. So these loops are folded in one way or the other, and they just pull out. So I'm going to have Ben come over here and show you. He's in full gear, and the reason why he's in full gear is because I want to accurately represent what it's like to pull this. And these are configured exactly the same way on either side, so it doesn't matter what side of the fire you're on, because the nozzle is going to be in the middle. So the only thing that you are going to have to do as a firefighter is either come up, reach in to grab the middle, or have the driver, once he sets the pump, just hand it to you. But either way, you should be able to access the nozzle because it'll be in the middle from either side. We placed it over here just for sake of the video itself. So with that said, Ben, I'm going to have you come over. You just stay on, Ben. And so what Ben's going to do is he's going to grab the nozzle. He's going to wrap it around his head, just like you see here, and it's right here on his left hip right here. Now, this is what's really important to understand here. This is always a right-handed pull, which means you are always going to reach in just as Ben is doing with his right hand. He's going to reach through both loops. In this second loop is always going to be in his hand with his hand open. You never want to have your hand closed, and you'll see why, because it's going to pull, he's going to just let it drop off. And what that is, this loop is representing the fact that it's going to pull out the bed and clear the bed, because this is ultimately a one-person pull. So he's going to go ahead and pull that out. Go ahead, Ben. Pull it out. And watch, it's going to fall off his hand. And now he's got 50 feet at the door. He's a little short because that's really a 200-foot pole, but as you saw, all it did was that first one dropped out, and Bill, if you look back, you can see how the bed cleared. So the bed's clear, it's a one-man pull, and it's as smooth as silk as far as that goes. So regardless if it's a 200-foot lay or a 150, it's still a one-person pull. The other firefighter can grab tools, or the company officer can meet them at the door, get the nozzle ready, and make entry for an attack. That's it.